This episode is sponsored by BlueChew. Man, what a year it's been. Personally, I feel like I've aged a lot over the last 12 months, and maybe you do too. And if you're a guy, well, maybe you're feeling it even more so in the bedroom. It's time to snap out of it. Spring is here and it's time to get sprung with BlueChew. BlueChew is a unique online service that delivers the same active ingredients as Viagra and Cialis, but in chewable form and at a fraction of the cost. BlueChew's tablets help men achieve harder, stronger erections to combat all forms of erectile dysfunction. BlueChew is an online prescription service, so no visits to the doctor, no awkward conversations, and no waiting in line at the pharmacy, and it ships right to your door in a discreet package. BlueChew's licensed medical providers work with you to find the right ingredient and strength for your prescription. Don't like swallowing pills? No problems here. BlueChew's tablets are made in the USA and they prepare and ship direct, so it's cheaper than a pharmacy. So if you could benefit from extra confidence when it's time to perform, visit BlueChew.com for more details and important safety information. And we've got a special deal for our listeners. Try BlueChew free when you use our promo code NODUNKS at checkout. Just pay $5 shipping. That's BlueChew.com, promo code NODUNKS to receive your first month free. And we thank BlueChew for sponsoring the podcast.
Steppin on the beach, the only place to read your emails and your tweets. It's Wednesday, June 2nd. This is the No Dunks podcast on the Athletic Network. I'm J.E. Skeets. We got Tass Mellis. What's up, T?
Hey, what's up, everybody?
Hey, buddy. Got my Top Shot Hot Boy, fellow freak, Trey Kirby.
Hey.
Oh, the international man of mystery. Always taking it to the max. Lee Ellis.
Friends.
And last but not least, making the magic happen, it's JD.
Hello.
There he is, and here we are. Shout out to the stream team joining us live right now on YouTube. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Before we get to the questions, and you guys sent in another great batch of NBA and non-NBA cues. As promised on this morning's classic episode, let's fire up Leigh's Instagram account and take a peek at what we were talking about here, because we've got some photos and video footage. Leigh, this is you. The caption was, "It's been a while, but it was great to play pickup with random dudes again." So, what, you went down to your
randos
nearby park there and played a little, what'd you say, American 21 or whatever, shooting practice, whatever you guys got up to. But great photo. Remember their names, Leigh? Do you remember their names?
Yeah. It was Jamal there on the left in the red shirt, and Deshaun in the black shirt there with the sort of do-rag. It's not really do-rag, but it kind of looks a bit like one on the right of screen, I guess, right now.
Who is better of the two?
Well, it was really interesting, actually, because Jamal in the red shirt was the better player, but Deshaun was the better shooter. So,
Okay.
Interesting. So,
interesting. Okay, well, the photo's good, but the video footage is better that you said Sebi was filming. Sebi's like moving around on the court. I know JD's got a few.
Oh, here we go. Setting them up. Easy money right
Splash.
there. Don't let Leigh Ellis get to the left elbow. Come on, he's money right there.
In fact, JD, I was going to ask you about your, as a producer there. What do you think of Sebastian's camera work there? Because he really loves that sort of crash zoom and pull back and
crash zoom.
It's all the rage right now, the crash zoom, and he's killing it. He really is.
Yeah.
He's got an eye for it for sure. He's anticipating. He's got lots of room on the outside.
Oh, yeah, nice.
Like, that's pretty good camera work. That's
As soon as you put it up there, he knows what he's doing.
Yeah. He loves it, and he
loves it.
No, he does. He called it a Sebastian Ellis production, and he even went in his own iMovie and edited it and put it up as well. And the first slide wasn't like my dad shooting around. I think it was a Sebastian Ellis production. So
oh wow, that's cool. Okay, so you're knocking down some numbers. Then I love this one.
That one.
A little fancy.
Nice. Oh,
can't believe it. I can't. I'm not going to blame the double rims. That's the easy one. But that's been the move I've been working on since the pandemic began. The Chris Paul little step over there. busted it out yesterday. Felt good. Didn't knock it in though, unfortunately. But
I think you were drifting a little too much.
Yeah. The funny thing is, whenever you watch any like regular people play sport, especially basketball, just how slow it is. You know?
Yeah, you feel amazing out there, and it's absolutely horrible to watch.
Yeah, like when I was watching back, I was like, I felt like I had a little bit more pep in my step out there. But
maybe Sebastian slowed it down half speed.
yeah. Maybe he did. Maybe he had the slow mo on it. But oh my god, what a great fun afternoon it was out there playing, because I just took the boys up. We were just shooting around. I love having the hoops and the backboards there back up, because they were down for a long time.
Yes, that's true.
And we got up there and we were just playing, and we were just about to leave, and I just said to the guys, is there a regular run happening here any days? Because usually I remember the old gun run I used to play in on Wednesday sort of morning / afternoon. And they said Sunday night and Tuesday night there's a run. I'm like, okay, it doesn't quite fit my schedule, but if there's a morning run, let me know. And then they said, no, but we're having if you want to play now, we're going to have a game. And I was like, yeah, sure, why not? I got some time here. Oh man, just playing again. It's like we all speak that same language,
Sure.
Like barriers get pulled down very quickly. Like there's, it was just great fun, great competitiveness. I don't think there was a foul called the entire time either, which is awesome.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, you were guarding each other 16 feet from each other. How could there possibly be a foul?
I was going to say, I really appreciated you guys sort of doing social distancing still while you were playing basketball.
That's the other thing as well, though. That this was a long game. It was a long game. There was a few misses in there that didn't quite make the cut. But because you never know. Sometimes some guys call anything, any little contact on the fingers, and they're like, foul, foul, foul. None of that. None of that.
Great. That's awesome.
Yeah, it was so much fun. So listen, I'll be back there. Why don't you guys come along one day and we'll have a little shoot around and see if we can get a run in.
Well, a couple of things. Here we go. I'm not playing if you're gonna play in those sunglasses that you had on. I refuse to play if you're wearing those. Yeah.
Oh, look, there's no doubt the sunnies are a douchey look because it was brighter than it looks in those shots there actually. And I had the sunnies on, and I thought, I'm not taking them off now. So. I mean, I wouldn't play in them again. I wouldn't do it on purpose. But
the other question everybody had, Leigh, is like, your hair is getting super long. Like, you're letting it flow there, like Steve Nash, I think TK said. I mean, any possibility of a little man bun there or a ponytail or something like?
Yes. In fact, I think what I have to do is in the car, I have to throw in one of those. Like I've got those sweatbands, those like. What are they called? They're like that nylon material. I have to just pack those in the car, so I've always got them ready because it gets in the eyes for sure.
Maybe just wear one around your wrist. You don't know when a game's going to break out.
You know what? Do they still sell those kung fu headbands that got banned by the NBA? I mean, that's a douchey look, but I mean, I don't mind. I'd wear that one out on the court.
I got one. You want to borrow mine sometime?
Yes, I do.
Wearing it.
Okay. All right, you can try it out at least before you buy one. Okay, awesome. So there you go. As promised, if you joined us this morning on Wednesday's live show at 10 a.m. Eastern on YouTube, we were talking it up and we got the footage in there. Hopefully some of you just listening, jump over to YouTube and catch it and watch it.
One thing I did want to add, I bought a new basketball the other day, a brand new one there from Walmart. Did you guys, do you know what it's like playing with a brand new basketball? Like, it needs to be broken.
It's horrible.
Yeah, it's so heavy. It is. Now, I've been shooting with a little ball for a long time, but I was like, man, this is just like a brick that I'm shooting out here.
Yeah.
Like, it takes a while just to get used to it. It's so heavy and it's so hard in your hands when you're dribbling. Like,
definitely hard.
Yeah, you really need to sort of just break it in on the concrete there for a while first before you start playing, because it takes some getting used to. It takes some adjustment.
How is it heavy? I get that it's hard, but how is it heavy? How does the ball get lighter?
Well, I guess it's just because it's the brand new fresh leather that it does.
Yeah,
it just feels like
break up a little bit.
It just needs to soften up.
For sure.
But, so I was really pounding it on that cement yesterday. But
hey, Sebby, get 15, 20 seconds of that. All right, let's get to the questions. We're on the beach here. Thanks again to everybody that emailed them in. NoDunks@theathletic.com. Tweet them in @NoDunksInc. Sorry, Trey, you're about to say something.
Oh, no, I just forgot we were answering questions. I thought we were talking pickup ball this whole time. I was loving it.
Okay, do you want to just start a whole new podcast series where we actually just film ourselves playing basketball, either against each other or with randoms, and we just come on here and break it down and critique it and do like I don't know, almost like a DVD commentary on it. Okay.
100%. You got to break down the game. You got to break down the accessories that you're wearing. You got to break down who filmed it. You got to break down the other people that are there. You got to break down the equipment as well. There are a lot of things to talk about, not just the game.
Yeah. All right. Well, if you're interested in that and you're joining us live right now, smash that like button. And if we get enough, maybe that's something we'll explore. All right. But Tess, yeah, let's get to some of these questions. We got 4 games on tonight in the NBA and big Joel Embiid news and all this stuff. So we obviously got to get this over with so we can get refreshed a little bit for tonight's games. But what's our first cue?
Here we go. Ayo was listening to your pod while starting to tie-dye the new wedgie shirt, and I got thinking, this offseason, what kind of contract do you think DeMar DeRozan gets? And what teams do you think might be interested? That's from Zach H. Thank you for sending that in. DeMar DeRozan. Yeah, it's sort of forgotten, I guess, by some in this league because he went to the San Antonio Spurs. It's like ESPN forgetting the Spurs on their graphic over and over and over again recently. The Mavericks would be the perfect place for him, I think. Mainly, for the Luka Doncic sidekick. I don't want to waste a minute of Luka Doncic's career, but DeMar maybe he's sort of forgotten because he's gone from a number 1 in Toronto to the Spurs, but he is a damn good player. I guess people sort of focus on him not being able to lead a team as a number 1 guy, but man, in year 12, he was balling. I had him on my all-star team back in February there when we were making those picks, 21.5 points per game. But he was a playmaker, a career high 7 assists, 6.9 assists, and only 2 turnovers. That's beautiful stuff. That's incredible stuff. Must have learned that from Jose Calderon, that assist to turnover ratio. And he was still getting to the line, 7.2 free throws. So that's probably better than what most expect. He still doesn't shoot threes, but I don't think that's really an issue. I think Luka Doncic just needs better players around him. I mean, it's ideal. I guess you're looking at the team now and you think, they've got Tim Hardaway. They've got Dorian Finney-Smith. They got 3-point shooters. You don't want DeMar to mess that up. Nah, he would add that. DeMar would automatically be the second best player there. And yeah, he's in his 30s, but I think those two could jive really, really well. And again, enough of this not having enough talent around Luka. Just get him a great player. Now, as far as the contract goes, I don't know. I don't care. But DeMar's still young enough. He could get definitely a long-term deal. And the Mavs,
I think so.
The Mavs, they've got lots of room. They've got to work out Tim Hardaway, but they got some money coming off the books and JJ Redick and stuff. Now, the Bulls, Trey, were my next pick, but I'm more concerned about Luka. I kind of want talent to go east because, as we're seeing, we got enough talent in the West. But Luka was a higher priority for me.
What do you think, Trey?
I didn't have the Bulls on my list, but I definitely had the Mavericks on my list, which I'm a little on both sides of the fence with regards to the Mavericks because I think the 3-point shooting around Luka is really what makes them special and what led them to have such a great offense last year. When they look their best, it's Luka being able to get into the lane and kick out to shooters who can knock them down. That being said, I think DeRozan would be an awesome 6th man for that team. Yeah, Jalen Brunson's had a really good season, but I think DeMar would take them a little further just because he's just a little bit better than Jalen Brunson. He's a good creator, like Tass is saying. He's upped his playmaking since coming to San Antonio. He's kind of functioned as a small ball 4 a little bit, which, would be a nice little fit next to Doncic as well, with Porzingis kind of uncertain at this point. That could be something that works out. And then I could also see him having an impact as a bench guy, as a 6th man for either of the LA teams. Obviously, DeRozan is a Los Angeles guy, so if he were interested in going to try to win a ring with the Lakers or the Clippers, I can see that working in a 6-man role as well.
Yeah, I remember when I was going full sicko mode there, doing my 10 all-NBA teams. I remember definitely having DeRozan as a forward because you're right, Trey. He's a power forward for the Spurs this year. I don't know how many people sort of realize that, but that's the position he was basically playing. Sure, like a little 3-2, but like a playmaking big. He was playing, although you think of him as a shooting guard. In terms of money, I think he's going to get paid, Leigh. I mean, he's proven he's pretty durable. He's obviously still good. I don't think you ever want DeRozan at this point to be your best player. You probably never really wanted him to be your best player on your team. But sure, as a third guy at the very least, sort of star player, if that's in a starting role or even off the bench. But what does that warrant? I mean, is he going to get 4 years 90, 4 100? I sort of think so, especially when you look at there's not a ton of big free agency names out there.
Yeah, he's going to be 32 by the time next season starts, but that's not super old for a guy who hasn't had, significant injuries throughout his career. He takes care of his body. You know what you're getting out of him. Pretty consistent player. I think 4 years and 100 million in that bracket is on the table. It depends really on who wants to get it. I think the Mavericks do have the space, but for now, but it just depends whether or not they want to give that to how much Tim Hardaway Jr. gets there. I've been talking about the Blazers a lot, and I think he would also be a good fit alongside Dame and CJ there because he's a guy who can get his own shot. He doesn't need to rely on someone else to sort of set him up. You give the DeRozan the ball, he can go and score, he can get to the free throw line, and he's just a good, reliable, consistent player. They sort of haven't had that third option for a long time, and I think he'd be good there. Blazers don't really have the cap space, though, if we're talking a sort of 4-year, $80 to $100 million contract. So if he's prepared to take a bit of a pay cut, then perhaps something like that can be worked out. But I think as well, again, let's take the money out of it. I think it seemed like the Lakers would like to have him as well, and the Clippers, because he's just another veteran who can get his own basket, and that's really what a lot of teams need, is that you just don't want to have a guy, like Norm Powell's different. Norm, you basically have to set him up for him to score. He can do that. He can hit the three. But I like if you can just sort of say, even if it is with that second unit, dump the ball to DeRozan and he can get himself a bucket. So I think there's going to be no shortage of market for him. I think a lot of teams are going to be interested. It's just which is the right fit and what is he looking for right now? Is he prepared to sacrifice a bit of money to go to a team that's more likely to contend, or does he just want the big payday? Because I think it could be one or the other. I think he could leave a bit of money on the table just to go to a situation that suits him better. So, but yeah, I see a lot of teams interested in, because again, 32 is not that old for a guy who I think has still got a good, sort of 2 to 3 seasons of being a very, very decent scorer in this league.
Yeah, the stream team are joking that Steve Ballmer wants to collect all the former Raptors players. So maybe get him in the Clippers there. You got Kawhi, Tess, you got Serge.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, go get a DeMar. Lowry could be available. Just collect them all, man. It's like cups at the Petro-Canada gas station during the Olympics back in '88 when it was in the hometown of Calgary. Anyway, we're high on DeMar. We are DeMar fans here, and that's not just because he did play for the Raptors back in the day, but he's been really good for the Spurs. And I think you're right, Tess. It's just sort of, I don't know, it's gotten overlooked for sure, I would say, at least by the national media. Not a lot of DeMar talk, but he can still contribute. Some of the teams you guys are picking, though, my only concern is like the Mavericks and the Blazers and stuff like that. Like, I'd like to see DeMar almost in a Derrick Rose type of vibe where he's on a really good defensive team because that's not his strong suit. So I don't want him out there with a bunch of other guys that can't play defense too. If you put him around a squad that's really good defensively and you can sort of hide him a little bit, I think that helps him in some regards. But we'll see. There will be some interest in DeMar DeRozan. Great first question to get us started here. Talking Double D. Next one. Hey, No Dunks crew. The Friends reunion was a wonderful reunion of the 6 cast members. Did Leigh write this? So I was wondering, what team or group of players would you watch in a reunion special? Sort of like what the Friends cast did. I've been a fan since your starters days, and listening to your podcast every day has been a habit of mine while working from home. Turn up. Love you guys. Awesome. That's from Emil. All the way over in the Philippines. Shout out to the Filipinos that listen to No Dunks. Did anybody else watch it? I know Leigh and I had. Trey, shaking your head. Tass, did you watch the Friends reunion? No. JD, I mean, if you're
Friends,
there, jump in. If you're not, did you end up watching it at all? I know you talked about it. No. Okay. Oh.
I thought JD was definitely going to hate watch this just so he could really shit on it.
Well, I mean, I can't even hate watch it because I never really watched the show. Like I probably seen 3 episodes of Friends in my entire life. So
it's harmless too. Like it's perfect. Right. If you were a Friends fan, like Leigh, obviously, you're going to love this. Like, what's there to hate about it? You're like, oh my God, they rebuilt the set. Oh my God, they're all together. Oh, they're having a laugh. Joey's very charming, incredibly charming.
He's super charming.
Yeah. Anyway, it's fine. It's just fine. But Trey, it is a good question. If you could, get a team or a group of players, whatever they're in the NBA, could do this sort of reunion, who would you pick and why?
Well, Skeets, I'm probably Friends fan number 2 here on the show, and when you gave it a fine recommendation, that's when I knew it was okay to be missing this one. Sorry, Joey. As for an NBA team I would like to see reunite, it's too early, but I think that whenever they do a 2016 Cavs reunion, it's going to be great. LeBron will obviously be there. There was the drama between him and Kyrie Irving the next season when Kyrie was getting ready to leave. He ended up going to Boston. There was the Kevin Love drama post everybody leaving. There was the Kevin Love drama during the season with the fit in versus fit out. But then once you get to the role players, they've got some incredible characters there as well. You've got Channing Frye and Richard Jefferson. Funny guys, great storytellers, kind of the Steve Kerr and Bill Wennington of this team. You got Tristan Thompson, who was a major tabloid name during this time. J.R. Smith was there, no shirt after the championship, eventually threw soup at his coach, Damon Jones. He probably is going to do this entire reunion shirtless. Amon Shumpert was a Cav, a rapper, a great personality. Matthew Dellavedova, Mo Williams, Timo Mozgov, James Jones, Dante Jones there just fouling people. There's a lot of great characters on the 2016 Cavs that are going to have great stories from that season, from the incredible historical thing they pulled off, the comeback against the Warriors, but also just the stories from being around that team of guys that have been in the NBA for quite some time. They all come together, do something amazing, and then it kind of falls apart pretty quickly thereafter. Right. I would be very interested to see what these guys are saying.
Fantastic answer. Leigh, do you have another one?
Well, the Jailblazers period would probably have some pretty good stories there. I know a lot of those guys. I mean, a lot of the stuff, when you look back at it, it was just sort of marijuana related, which is not really that much of a crime. I mean, it was kind of harmless, but they were just all sort of into it, young men like that. But I remember Bonzi Wells apparently said he didn't care about the fans at one time. He can boo us, we don't care. But my favorite moment still was Quintel Woods, who got pulled over by the police, and he didn't have any ID on him, but he did have a card of himself, and he presented that to the police officer. Say, look, this is me. But I think he got arrested for that because they always said you can't use a basketball card as your ID. You need to produce a driver's license.
You should be able to, for sure.
Oh yeah, I mean it's got
your date of birth on it, usually on the back. A couple of facts about you. 2 photos usually. Yeah, that's more than enough.
So. It was, and they had some good talent on that roster. I mean, of course, Rasheed Wallace was the best player. I think Jermaine O'Neal was on it at the start. Bonzi, of course. Damon Stoudemire was a big part of that as well. So,
what's the time frame on Jailblazers? What years are we talking here?
I would say like 2000 to around 2004-ish.
Okay, yeah, early 2000s. That's what I was thinking in my head. Okay, so you're going with the old Blazers. Tass, do you have a squad?
These guys aren't totally Jailblazers. Some of them were, but I saw this picture on Twitter this week, Leigh, and I think this would be incredible to see as a reunion. All of the Blazers big guys. I don't know who's 44, but we got Sabonis, we got Rasheed Wallace, Dale Davis, and Chris Dudley. 5 7-footers basically on one team just hanging out by the rim.
That's a Dudley wedgie right there.
The first human wedgie.
What's that?
Hey guys, let's get all the tall guys together. Go stand by that hoop.
All right, Blazers fans. Who's number 44 in that photo? Let us know in the stream team there. You have another look at him. Who is that? I got no clue. Tass, any idea?
Nope.
I guess I can look it up while you have drop your answer. Do you have one, Tass, for this?
Yeah, of course.
Okay.
I have an answer for every question every week, Skeets. 2009-2010, the Toronto Raptors. The year Hedo Turkoglu went partying after he missed a practice and a game because he had a stomach virus. He was just sitting in his Yorkville home, and the boys after the game where he didn't play said, "Come on down, we're right by your house." And he said, "Oh, they were close. They were within 100 meters. So I went down there." He said, "My European teammates called me." And then he left after 15 or 20 minutes with Andrea Bargnani. Just ask him. So him and Bargnani, they would be on one side of this reunion, while I would say the more professional guys on the team, like Jose Calderon, Amir Johnson, would be on the other, and Jared Jack would sort of be yelling as well. Jared Jack is a very vocal personality. And I have Chris Bosh there as well. That was his last season as a member of the Toronto Raptors. Was that part of him leaving? Probably. So I think, let's get to the bottom of this. A lot of good personalities there. And Hedo probably would be open to talking about that year where he got booed by his home fans for the first time in his career, he said, and reporters couldn't stop asking him about his dancing abilities. So it was a tough year. It was ugly. It's funny to look back now, but it was horrendous then living through it. So Hedo and friends.
That's good. JD, if you want to go back to that photo, or TK, I don't know who threw it up, but I think Rack 1919 is right. It's
Yeah.
Ruben. Boomshay.
That's right.
99% sure that's correct.
Yeah,
Good
I think
call.
so too.
Oh,
What a
man.
pull. Wow, you never know when you're going to get a Ruben Boomshay on this show. Wow, surprise Ruben.
Oh, now I'm
At
hungry.
around the same time, there was a soccer player for Manchester United called Eric Jemba. So, Ruben and Eric, buds.
All right. Excellent. Good start to this. We got lots more questions still to tackle. But first, a quick break to hear from our sponsors. This is going to be a little different for you joining us here on the stream team.
Yeah, so guys, last night Lincoln made dinner.
Wow.
Hey.
Great. It was ribeye steaks, twice baked potatoes, maple bourbon carrots.
Excuse me?
It was awesome. I volunteered to clean up, and my God, that simple meal I just described, he used literally every pot and pan in the place. It's time to get Freshly back in the rotation. Skeets, you mentioned it before. Low-key underrated part of Freshly is the elimination of cleanup. Freshly offers chef-made, nutrient-packed, delicious meals delivered fresh to your door. No cooking required. Ordering is easy. Visit freshly.com and choose from over 30 delicious, satisfying, better-for-you meals like steak peppercorn, sausage-baked penne, and their chicken pesto bowl. Your meals are always delivered fresh, never frozen, and are ready to heat and enjoy in just 3 minutes. With new meals added each week, Freshly brings the convenience of chef-made, nutritionist-designed classics right to your kitchen. Right now, Freshly is offering our listeners $40 off your first 2 orders when you go to freshly.com/nodunks. Stop stressing about dinner and cleaning up after dinner. Go to freshly.com/nodunks for $40 off your first 2 orders. That's freshly.com/nodunks for $40 off your first 2 orders.
Lots of things can make your workouts hard. Everybody knows this. Extra resistance, double speed, 1 more mile. What about a half moon pose, Trey? Oh my God. Struggling with that in my yoga workouts. Half moon pose. I'm shaking like crazy, like trying to get my hand up, trying to make the triangle. I'm trying, Adrian. But your socks, they should not make things harder. And they don't with Bombas. The performance socks are built to be nothing but comfortable and supportive. Bombas performance socks have taken all the amazing innovations that make Bombas the most comfortable socks you've ever worn, and they've added their special Hex Tech. God, that's easy to say, isn't it? Hex Tech performance technology.
What the hex are you trying to say over
My
there?
God. Hex
it in
Tech
double.
performance technology. They're saying tech twice in that statement. That's incredible.
ATM
Socks are
machine.
stitched with special moisture-wicking yarn and temperature-regulating vents that allow cool air flow in and preventing overheating. My feet definitely overheat. I suffer from sweaty feet syndrome. SFS. Yeah, so these are great.
Yes.
Yeah. It's a real thing. Look it up. They come with a pillow-like tab to save you from blisters, stay-up technology, a special arch hugging system, and an extra layer of cushiony comfort on the bottom for the perfect amount of support. We love these socks. We talk about them all the time. They're honestly amazing, so you'll get some. Go to bombas.com/nodunks today and get 20% off your first order. That's Bombas, BOMBAS, bombas.com/nodunks for 20% off. Bombas.com/nodunks. Am I saying Bombas right?
Yeah, I think so.
Every time I look at it and then I say it, I'm like, it's got to be Bombas. Yeah, Bombas. It's not bomb ass. No.
Bomb ass.
Yeah.
It's not JD at the beach.
No.
At the nude beach.
No, okay. Bombas.com/nodunks. Get 20% off your order.
Hey guys, remember traveling?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, me too. Remember being in a new country for the first time? Man, I can't wait to do that again. One thing I was thinking about while using my Babbel app, whenever I travel to a new country and I don't know the language, my biggest fear is offending the locals. You know what I mean? You know, I always try to learn, the basics. Please, thank you, and I don't know how to speak this language. But honestly, that's not nearly enough. Life is more complicated than that, and sometimes you need to be able to communicate in the local language. Babbel, designs their courses with practical, real-world conversations in mind. Things you get to use in everyday life. Some of the phrases I need in my arsenal. Are there peanuts in this? Do you accept non-fungible tokens? Where do they take off all their clothes? Other language learning apps use AI for their lesson plans, but Babbel lessons were created by over 100 language experts. With Babbel, you can choose from 14 different languages, including Spanish, French, Italian, and German. Plus, Babbel's speech recognition technology helps you to improve your pronunciation and accent. Right now, when you purchase a 3-month Babbel subscription, you'll get an additional 3 months for free. That's 6 months for the price of 3. Just go to Babbel.com and use promo code NODUNKS. That's BABBEL.com. Code NODUNKS for an extra 3 months for free. Babbel. Language for life.
All right, next question here. Hello, the occasional glass of dunks with dinner. I just gave up on watching Chopped. No, this isn't an email from 2016. I watched Chopped well past the peak of its popularity, but finally called it quits after an episode where Martha Stewart was given the power to chop somebody in the middle of the first round after tasting 1 spoonful of his stock. Couldn't handle that. So, my question. What's something, basketball or otherwise, you stuck with long after seemingly everybody else, only to eventually give it up yourself as well? Hurry up, find this guy, Austin. That's from Chris in Detroit. Leigh, something you hung on to and then gave it up.
Well, funny that we're talking about Friends because when Friends ended, Joey tried to create his own spin-off show. I was excited for it. I was really excited for it. And when it started, I was like, yes, more Friends type show. But it wasn't good from the start. I knew that, but I wanted to stay true to it, and I did. But the problem was they changed the real sort of character of Joey, because on Friends he was kind of goofy, you know, like really popular with the women, and you know, just not a serious guy. And they kind of tried to make him into a bit more of a sort of serious dude, and it just really didn't hit. I think it lasted 1.5 seasons, and then they pulled the plug. And I pretty much got through all that first season. I guess even by the halfway through the second, I was like, yeah, no one else wants to watch this. It sucks. It's not very good at all. But I probably hung on longer than almost anyone else that I know anyway. Because I think, you know, a lot of people I knew were Friends fans and they were excited. And people were like 2 episodes in like, nah, this sucks. This sucks. And I'm like, I think it'll be all right. Give it a chance. But no, it was bad. It was really bad.
So he's still Joey Tribbiani. And
yes.
What, is he trying to be an actor out there?
Yes. He moved from New York to LA to sort of pursue his career.
Right,
but it just wasn't the same without Chandler there. You know, the old 1-2 that they could do.
Did they ever make a cameo? Did anybody ever appear on Joey?
That's a good question.
There might have been maybe in the first season. I don't know if that's true though.
I think I remember a few like extras from Friends made it, but I don't think like Jennifer Aniston or Courtney Cox or anyone like that was in it. I don't remember them in it, but yeah, it was bad. It just never really had a chance. But I stuck it out.
My great Joey story is that I was watching Joey on a VHS recording the night of the Malice at the Palace. Had to turn off the Joey VHS to see what was going down with Rod Artest and Jermaine O'Neal. I'll never forget Joey. I was with you, Leigh, through season 1, and I think you're right. They brought it back, and nobody was into it.
Yeah,
no?
Nobody was into it.
No.
It just it wasn't funny. Like, was it? You just needed the other friends there.
Needed those other friends, man.
Yeah,
Joey,
yeah.
it'd be like building an entire show around Dwight Schrute, right? Like the biggest jokester on the show.
Yeah.
Like Leigh's saying, you can't turn him into the necessarily leading man who has to have a well-rounded character. He was a buffoon on Friends. He was the guy that puts on all of Chandler's clothes as a joke, and now we're supposed to believe him like leading his life out there? No way.
Okay. What about you, Trey? Do you have an answer for this one?
Yeah, actually, Skeets, you reminded me of this not too long ago. I think it must have been last week during the first week of the playoffs. There were, for whatever reason, multiple quotes of players saying they put their socks on 1 foot at a time, just like we do. They put their socks on just like anybody else. Okay, so I retweeted something. I said, like, if anybody says this about me, just be aware I haven't worn socks for months. It's just, it's gotten warm down here. Been wearing a lot of slip-ons, your Birkenstocks, your Crocs, whatever it is. Socks are not needed. So Skeets tweets back at me and says, this guy puts on a puka shell necklace just like anybody else. And I loved it. I thought that was a great tweet back to me, but it made me feel bad because I've been slacking on my puka shell necklace. Now, we're 25 years past the prime for puka shell necklaces, but I was trying to bring it back last summer and the summer before that. Maybe the summer before that as well, but for sure the 2 previous summers, it wasn't happening, and I realized even I had given up on puka shells.
Until now.
Guys, we've got a chance this summer. It's warming up. There's still time to get your puka necklaces and bring them back. We'll watch the 2nd season of Joey together. We'll wear puka shell necklaces, and we'll have a great time.
I thought you broke it once. Am I crazy?
I did. I found like my OG puka shell necklace in my basement, wore it around at home for a summer, and it broke like basically as soon as we were getting ready to drive back to Atlanta from Chicago, and I was devastated. Then we went back to Chicago for Christmas that year. This must have been 2019. And Tom Poro's girlfriend had flown in from California with this puka shell necklace for me, knowing that mine had broken.
Wow, that's next level. That's very
that was
nice.
next level. That's this is the kindest puka shell necklace I've ever owned, and I will protect it with my life for the next 25 years.
Nice.
That's awesome. That's awesome because it's unlikely to break. Because every time I see a puka shell necklace, I think it's going to break.
Yeah, they look fragile. Yeah.
Well, the problem is that at least the one that I had that broke, I saw it as soon as it broke. Because you can't really see the string it's on, but it was just like a fishing line, and I was like, okay, so I guess if you leave fishing line in your basement for 20 years and then suddenly start using it, it'll probably wear through, unfortunately.
Every time I see a puka shell necklace, I think of those necklaces we wore as kids that were candy that you could bite on. I always just want to take a big old bite of that. They look like nice mints hanging around your neck right now or something like that. But don't do that. Yeah.
They have those in the bracelet ones.
Do they?
Bracelet versions of them, yeah. Yeah,
they got rid of the necklace version of them. They were like too much sugar.
Yeah, I don't think I've seen a necklace version, but in like boonie bags at birthday parties when we used to have those for kids, there was definitely a couple of those turned up. So they're still out there. Maybe the necklace one is a little dangerous around their neck. I don't know.
Yeah, true. Those always snap though too. There's candy going everywhere.
Don't baseball players still wear their pukas? Baseball players seem like they
there could definitely be a baseball player. Baseball players. They wear a lot of necklaces. Some of them have like, I don't know, probably like copper necklaces or things that are supposed to energize your chakras or something along those lines.
Right.
They got a lot of things going on around their necks. Surely somebody's got a puka out there.
Yep.
I puka all the time.
Go ahead, T, if you got an answer.
Yeah, I got a quick one. I held on to mowing my lawn for a long time because down here in the South, everybody hires somebody. It's just trending. You don't see anybody out there mowing their own lawn. When I was out there mowing my lawn, I was like the odd one out. Everybody was hiring somebody else. Nobody likes doing it. I just couldn't give it up. But I finally gave it up recently because I got an HOA. Isn't that exciting?
Oh yeah. Hey, do you still have your lawnmower? Can I buy it off you? Do you still have it?
No, I do not. I gave it up.
Are you serious? You don't have it? Oh. Yeah. What'd you do? Did you sell it online, like neighborhood thing? Yeah,
I did. Yeah.
Okay. Because I want to go. I want to start doing it.
Yeah, you should.
Yeah, you're right. I don't mind the people I have doing it. They do a fine job, but I don't have that big a lawn. It's not, And I find 2 weeks. They come every 2 weeks. It's turning into a jungle by the time they're coming. That's like at the end of 14 days. It's like, I should have done this a week ago. But I don't have a lawnmower. Okay.
You thinking push mower or riding mower?
Push, for sure.
I guess.
Did you have an electric one? I can't remember.
No.
You didn't. No, you were gas?
It was traditional.
Gas powered or?
Gas powered, man.
Oh, yeah.
I've got the old, just the old Blades one.
Yeah, I don't want that.
Yeah, that's fun though. That's fun.
Yeah, you don't want a puka shell caught in that.
No, you don't.
Fling it into your house. No thanks.
Hey, just while we're talking lawns, something happened to me this week. I wanted to get your take on it, especially you, Trey, with a dog, and JD, if you're there with a dog. So I'm walking Luna around the neighborhood, same, route that we're generally going on. I'm, of course, in a neighborhood. I'm going down these streets, whatever. And I don't know if all dogs are like this, but Luna, it feels like she has a couple like spots, yards that she likes to do her business on. Like they just get into the habit, I guess. So it's like Matty O out a night on the town. He knows the good bathrooms to use or something like that, the clean ones. Anyway, so she's done it at this one spot, big corner lot, giant corner lot. Okay,
Perfect
you're living on a
spot.
corner. In my opinion, you're asking for it. But anyway, Luna does her thing. Number 2, and I have bags. I'm picking it up. I've always picked it up because that's disgusting. People that don't pick up their dog shit. Now that's crazy to me. But anyway, I'm picking it up and I hear bang, 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 bang on the window. And I'm like, immediately I'm like, oh, they don't want Luna going, doing her business on her lawn. So I have my headphones in, I'm listening to some podcasts, and this woman, I'm picking it up and she's yelling. She opens her door and she's like behind her like screen door and she's in a bathrobe and she's yelling at me like, now I refused to take out my headphones. I was like, I'm not taking them out because I know you're just yelling at me that my dog took a dump on your lawn, but I'm picking it up. And she yelled for like 10 minutes. I was down the block and she was still yelling. So I don't, maybe she wasn't all there. I don't know. But what do I do now? So now I have to like make sure Luna doesn't go there.
Yeah.
Or I think that's insane to me.
You got to fast walk it, unfortunately.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
I mean, I get it. It's her lawn. Again, corner lawn. It's her house is far back from where Luna's doing it. And I'm picking it up. That's the part I don't get. But all right. So I just got to avoid that part.
Or you just get yelled at every time.
Well, yeah. I mean, I'm contemplating it.
I mean, I guess it's private property.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Cleaning it up.
Then put up a fence.
If you're cleaning it up, I don't know what she's upset about. I mean,
Does she have the "Don't pee on my lawn"?
No,
sign?
she
Ooh,
doesn't
she
test.
needs
I
those.
checked. Yeah, you're
Get
right.
a sign.
I
Get a
respect
sign,
that.
lady.
Yeah, maybe you should buy her a sign.
Ooh, yeah.
Buy her a sign. Hey, I saw how angry you were. If you don't want dogs going on your lawn, here's a simple sign for you. And then maybe she'll see the goodness in your heart and say, you know what? I'm making an exception for your dog. Poop
No,
here,
that's
please.
nice. I mean, I could do that, or I could take a dump on her lawn. See if she likes that.
You gonna clean it up or no?
I mean, I take a shit faster than my dog takes a shit. So
You'd be out of there. You wouldn't be caught.
No.
Like, you just But my problem is with Cosmo, he'll take a shit and he'll be there forever because he sniff, and then he'll do 50 loops and then he'll do his business. But then he both like all of his claws like digs up like
Cover it.
like and
he does the kickback.
totally
Yeah.
and violently like it's bad, like he's legit tearing up people's lawns.
Okay.
So that's a problem.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Oh, hey.
Wow. You called him.
He doesn't like it when I talk about him.
No.
Hey, coming up.
Okay.
Talking
So I
about
guess
my pee and poop habits. Listen, I don't like seeing the pee spots on people's lawns from dogs.
No.
You know those high acidity
yeah.
spots. Yeah, killing
sure.
the grass. I mean, it hurts my heart as a grass man, but how is the acid content in Luna's pee?
actually
It's
seems
worse for a
seems
female
fine.
dog.
Yeah,
than a
it's
male
worse.
dog.
It's worse for bitches. That's for sure. That's for sure.
Anyway, I just can't get over. It's like I'm cleaning it up, and you're seeing me cleaning it up. And she's also done this here 100 times. But I guess I'm assuming someone else has a dog and they're not cleaning it up.
Yeah, you're not the problem here.
yeah,
Somebody else
you're
has
just like-
left some logs in the yard. And Karen is not
Dogs in the
happy.
lawn. Yeah. Anyway, all right. Just had to get that off my chest. Thanks, guys. I guess we'll just be speed walking by it. It's so unfortunate because she obviously likes going there. It's a comfortable spot at this point. It's not nice grass, by the way, either, Tass. It's actually very crabby grass, if you ask me. I don't think it's like if it's not a Bermuda or something we're talking about here, or high quality. Then I could understand.
She's probably blaming it on you. Look at my grass. I got dogs like yours coming pooping on here.
All right. I'll keep you guys updated. Next one. Greetings. Yes, layups. Longtime fan here from Toronto. While the Nets were blowing out the Celtics in game 2, I read a funny tweet that said the series needed to be on the Food Network. If the NBA wanted to continue to expand its audience through other channels, which series should be featured on other channels in order to attract new fans? Anyways, what a dumb question. But I'm excited to hear what you guys come up with. Yao, heard it here first. Evan Turner, Kevin, love you guys. Spencer Hossam, Cheers. That's from Raph. So there you go, Tass. Yeah. What other of these series, what other channels would you like to see them on?
Now, I didn't make that dumb tweet, but the Food Network for Boston, Brooklyn, good idea. And then Nets DeAndre Jordan loves cooking. He was in a Bon Appetit video. He is a very charismatic guy. He hasn't been playing in the series, or he didn't play in the series at all, not for a minute. So he could be on the call. I think he could attract some Food Network fans into basketball. Good idea. So good integration there. I don't know what the better National Geographic series is. Suns Lakers, of course. Suns Lakers, or just put Tom Thibodeau's Knicks on there because he loves yelling ice, ice, ice. And if you could subliminally add a melting in there, ice melting, ice melting, ice melting. Maybe we'd understand that there's some global warming happening. The ice is melting in Antarctica. Last one for me, the Blazers Nuggets would be on the Weed channel.
I'll put it on Vice. Yeah, that's what I did.
Viceland. There's a Weed channel out there. It's called
Is there?
I looked it up quickly, like Social something TV. It's just all about weed. It's on Apple TV. It's on a bunch of carriers.
Okay.
I haven't really tuned in, but sounds like some good programming.
Yeah. What about Suns Lakers? Could go on the Weather Channel, I think, too.
Also good.
Right? You're checking the temperatures there. The Lakers part, sort of a body of water, sort of goes with that. I had the Clippers Mavericks on TVG. What's that, you ask? It's an online horse and greyhound racing channel. It's one of those weird ones that you can just fire up a race and bet on it. I think FanDuel owns it. So, you got the Mavericks there. Clippers, maybe you're just grooming the Maverick, your horse, before it races. So there might be some tie-in. And then, I was thinking like you, Tass, it was like Hawks, Knicks, Animal Planet, Grizzlies, Jazz, maybe on Discovery. Because they're always doing Shark Week. But then you always see that graphic that, sharks don't kill that many people. And it's like, why are we going overboard with our disdain for sharks when it's hippos and grizzly bears? I don't know what other animals are.
Nothing ever happens in Shark Week anyways.
Yeah.
It's just show after show after show after show. It's every show and nothing happens until the end of the hour when nothing happens. The sharks aren't eating people. They're just swimming around and they capture a little glimpse of them with their camera. And that's it.
Yeah.
On to the next one. Maybe something will happen in this show. It never does.
Well, why not have a Grizzlies week then on Discovery, right? And then that's where we could show the Grizzlies Jazz game or something like that. And then I had the Sixers Wizards on True TV because no one cares. Any other ones for our lineup here, Trey?
I actually think Knicks Hawks should be on Bravo. They've both got Real Housewives series in New York and Atlanta. There's been a lot of drama on this series. We saw Trae Young got spit on. Emmanuel quickly said somebody at MSG threw a beer on him even though he was the home team. These are both things that could happen on Real Housewives. I even like the idea that you could have the taglines that they do at the beginning of the show. Here's Julius Randle. I won Most Improved because I'm living my best life. Here's Trae Young. Your arena is quiet because my game is loud. Last one, Tom Thibodeau. Life isn't all basketball and icing pick and rolls, but it should be.
Nailed it. Clip that. Send it to Andy. They're going to play it tonight. Good stuff there, Trey. You're still watching all those, eh?
Yeah, that's one of those things that I haven't given up that I probably should give up. Last night, Laura's like, which do you want to watch? A live episode of Real Housewives of New York or episode 6 of The Mayor of Easttown? I actually tapped in for The Mayor of Easttown. So I've got a couple of backlogs here for my Ronies. Got to see what Bethany Frankel's up to, JK. She's on HBO Max now.
Oh yeah, okay. The Mayor of Easttown that ended, right? People said it was okay.
I'm 6 out of 7. I'll be finishing it tonight during the 4 playoff games.
Wow, you're gonna slip it in somehow, are you?
Yep.
That's got 3 screens going apparently. Okay,
screens, man.
Leigh, got an answer for this? Anything?
You guys have pretty much covered them, but I would put the on the National Geographic channel Grizzlies Jazz. There's some outdoor teams there. All those Grizzlies out in Memphis. I think people would love to see their hometown bear on the TV show. But national, I'm trying to sort of shoehorn a little something. Do you guys, anyone watch Banged Up Abroad? Anyone seen that series?
No.
On National Geographic? It's really it's funny. It's a funny series because it's all about people who've been jailed in a different country from where they're from.
Sounds hilarious.
Yeah, well, you start off and you go, oh, this is interesting. But then often at the end of it, I'm like, well, that dickhead kind of got what they deserved anyway. But it's kind of fascinating the way they tell the stories. It's one of those shows that I'm like, I don't feel any sympathy for these people, but I'm like, wow, that's kind of interesting what happened. But I was trying to figure some sort of Raptors in there, but they're not in the playoffs. I don't know. I just wanted to talk about Banged Up Abroad and see if anyone watches it. Apparently no one does. So check it out.
I have an audience with Zach Harper. That's a Zach Harper sounding show to me. So shoot him a tweet.
Yep.
Okay. Let's do it.
Let's do it.
All right, next one here. Hey there, Dunksters. Perhaps owning to the fact I listened to Beach Steppin right before going to bed, I had a dream where Leigh's favorite, David Brent, was coaching the Brooklyn Nets. It didn't seem to be going great for him, as Durant and Kyrie refused to take off their fur coats to play. That's beside the point, though. My question, what sitcom character would you want to see coach an NBA team? And what team would you have him coach? Turnips, rutabagas, parsnips, Chris in Detroit, back to back with his emails here. Had a couple in the same show. Good for you.
Oh my God,
Chris
you're
in
right.
Detroit.
Wow.
Yeah, didn't even notice that.
Yeah, never happened before. I don't think.
Wow, making
Going
history
back
here
years.
on this Beach Steppin'. Way to go, Chris. Okay, yeah, good question. So taking a sitcom character, giving him an NBA team to coach. Well, why don't we just use Boston right now? There is an opening there, as we talked about this morning with that breaking news. Brad Stevens going up into the front office. They'll need a coach. A lot of names rumored. Jason Kidd, Lloyd Pierce, Jay Laranga, which is a great name. I'd love for him to be a coach one day. Laranga. He's an assistant right now. Chauncey Billups is interesting. Becky Hammond, Carl Lawson. But I would like a female, and I'm going to go with Karen Walker from Will and Grace. Only because from what I can remember about Karen Walker is that, she was sassy and didn't really like people and was like an alcoholic probably too.
Yes.
I just think there'd be some fireworks there in Boston with her trying to run a team. You're a big Will and Grace fan, Leigh. You're making it sound like it.
Not a big fan, but I did enjoy her character. Yeah, she was the alcoholic, very rude and yeah, she'd be a great one. Megan Mullally, that's her name, isn't it?
Yeah, it's something like that.
Yeah. That voice could have really annoyed the hell out of people, but she actually really embraced it in her character. So, not a bad sitcom, Will and Grace. Not a bad one.
No,
okay.
it's fine. It's fine.
Yeah,
So,
Will and Grace are the worst parts of Will and Grace. Give me Jack.
Oh yeah, Jack. Yeah, Jack was
Karen. Now
hilarious.
that's a show right there. Those guys. When Jack gets his short robe, I haven't been able to think of a shorty robe any differently since then.
so I'll go Karen, coaching the Celtics. But I asked some of our friends. My buddy Dub, he suggested Dwight Schrute for the Celtics, citing that they need a disciplinarian after the Stevens era. So you could see Dwight Schrute from The Office, ruling with an iron fist there. My buddy Ken suggested the Perfect Strangers, Belky Bartokomous. I'm not saying that right at all. Help me out there. I thought I mixed it up there at the end. Belky Bartokomous. Okay. Anyway, he should coach the Bucks because that's it's a lot of B's. That's all. Triple B. Then you can get the Lonzo brother or get the Ball brothers maybe in the mix there. Big baller brand with Belky coaching the Bucks, and that was basically it. So that's what I've got. This is a dumb question, but I love it anyway, Chris. But my ultimate answer is Karen. I just want to show some love for the other guy. Oh, actually, one more from Ken. You'll like this, Leigh. Ross from Friends should coach the Raptors. Duh.
Ah, yes. Good one. Yeah.
Good one, Ken.
Yeah,
Saved it. Way to go, Ken. You saved it, man.
I like Balky Bartokomous better. He would get along with Giannis Antetokounmpo.
All right.
Balky had lots of Greek vibes, even though he was from planet Mypos. Lots of Greekness in there. He was a sheep herder or something, wasn't he?
Yeah, that's right.
His name was Balky Bartokomous, but his actual name Bronson Pinchot. What a great name that is. Great name too.
Where is that? Is he still with us?
I saw him do a comedy show, an improv show here in Atlanta within the last 5 years. So I think so.
Okay, good. Any other sitcoms you'd like to see coach a team, Leigh?
Well, I mean, talk about David Brent. I've already got it. My answer is the Minnesota Timberwolves head coach is Finchie, Chris Finch. So I'm going to get the real Chris Finch in there from Minnesota. Imagine him coaching an NBA team. Who wants a Finch pinch?
Bronson Pinchot does that for sure.
Yeah, it's great. I love all the jokes. Everyone, I often get those tweets about anytime his name's mentioned in like a Woj article or anything, people just light it up with like Finchy quotes and Finchy lines. So
bloody good coach, good coach, and rep.
Jason Kidd in these rumors made me think of his very infamous Brooklyn Nets moment where he got a player to bump into him so he could dump his drink onto the floor. Oops. So he could get a timeout. Made me think of that. It made me think of Family Matters, Steven Urkel. He would be a great coach. He could try and pull off that dumb move. Whoops. Did I do that? He could try and be that guy.
He could be the sexy Urkel on the road and like geeky Urkel at home. Stefan on the road. Or maybe flip it. Cool at home, geeky on the road. All right. Yeah. You have to travel with that weird machine he had where he turned to the sexy version. Oh, then he turned into, there was a robot version once too. There was a lot of Urkels at one point.
Yeah.
A lot of Urkels.
I can't remember. Were those dreams? No, I can't remember if those were actual plot points, like they were happening, or were they dreams? It doesn't matter. But Trey, do you have an answer for this?
Coach Steve. I don't care which team he coaches. I just want him to say, let's go do basketball. That's all we need.
All right. Great question, Chris. Both of them. That's a fun one for everybody to answer in the stream team. Leave your answer in the YouTube comments below or tweet them in at No Dunks Inc. All right. Got to take one more break. After these messages, we'll be right back.
Oh, I've got the first ad here. Oh, that's a lot of pressure. Attention is at its highest. I got to keep people interested. All right. We're all looking for something fresh to do here as things are getting back to normal. I know I am. I'm thinking about buying a boat. Trey?
Yeah, buddy.
Yeah, you've been thinking about buying one, right?
Yeah, I've been thinking about it more than doing it, unfortunately.
You're getting closer?
Every day, Tass.
Every ad read, we're getting closer.
Yeah. All right, so we're getting there. See, I asked Trey. He's given me the info I need to make a choice. I feel good about my choice now. It's the same feeling when you check out Credit Karma. Credit Karma can give you more confidence before you make that decision. Credit Karma's game-changing technology shows you tailored offers for credit cards and personal loans that you're more likely to be approved for, so you can apply with more confidence. They use your credit card and other financial information to show you custom recommendations. Whether you want cashback, travel rewards, or to consolidate debt, Credit Karma can help you find the offers that fit your goals. With a selection of options and approval odds, you have the power to buy a boat and make informed decisions. Go to creditkarma.com/nodunks to learn more and find offers tailored just for you. That's creditkarma.com/nodunks. Or you can see your offers on the Credit Karma app. Apply with confidence today. Go to creditkarma.com/nodunks or the Credit Karma app.
We all know that we should drink more water, but by the time you feel thirsty, it's too late. You're already dehydrated. You can't focus. You feel tired. You're struggling. That's where Hydrant comes in. Hydrant is a refreshing drink mix powder made with 4 key electrolytes: sodium, potassium, magnesium, and oh yeah, zinc. It's made with real fruit juice powder and no artificial sweeteners or synthetic colors. No nonsense, all science. And they just dropped Hydrant Sleep, a new bedtime mix carefully formulated to promote restful sleep and hydration. Hydrant Sleep includes melatonin, magnesium, L-theanine, GABA, and chamomile to promote restful, high-quality sleep. Plus, it's backed by a 100% satisfaction guarantee. If you don't love Hydrant, you can send it back for a full refund. Right now, we've got a special deal for our listeners to save 20% off your first order or subscribe and save 30% on your first subscription order. Go to drinkhydrant.com/nodunks or enter our promo code NODUNKS at checkout. That's drinkhydrant.com/nodunks. Enter promo code NODUNKS for 20% off your first order or subscribe and save for 30% on your first subscription order at drinkhydrant.com/nodunks. Hydrant, where water meets wellness.
what interferes with your happiness? Because, watching Tom Thibodeau on the sidelines, it's pretty much any time the opposition team scores. Have you seen the look on his face? He's disgusted. But is there something preventing you from achieving your goals? BetterHelp will assess your needs and match you with your own licensed professional therapist. Connect in a safe and private online environment. It's so convenient. You can start communicating in under 48 hours. It's not a crisis line, it's not self-help, it's a professional counselling done securely online. You can send messages to your counsellor at any time. You'll get timely and thoughtful responses. Plus, you can schedule weekly video or phone sessions, all without ever having to sit in an uncomfortable waiting room. BetterHelp is committed to facilitating great therapeutic matches, so they make it easy and free to change counsellors if needed, and the service is available for clients worldwide. We know we have a huge audience, not just here in North America, but people around the world. So if this is something that you might be interested in, check it out, because licensed professional counsellors who are specialised in depression, stress, anxiety, relationships, sleeping, or trauma can help you. And I want you to start living a happier life today. As a listener, you'll get 10% off your first month by visiting our sponsor at betterhelp.com/nodunks. Join over 1 million people who have taken charge of their mental health. Again, that's betterhelp.com/nodunks.
Some great beats there, JD, on that last one. I like that. All right, next question here. A couple more as we wrap it up. Hey, No Dunks crew. Trey was talking about the Shaq Pog the other day, and I thought, hey, I think I have some NBA Pogs myself. Well, after some searching, I found this sleeve of Michael Jordan Pogs, the only Pogs I have left from the glorious 90s. Here's a picture attached. We're showing it to everyone watching on YouTube, joining us live in the stream team right now. That's a lot of Michael Jordan Pogs.
It's a great Pog collection right there. Look how well preserved they are. He's even got some 45s. Amazing.
Incredible stuff here. The question, what are some of your favorite items you still have from your childhood? This question from Mikey from Austin, who still has those Pogs. Are those Pogs worth anything, Trey? It's Michael Jordan. It's got to be worth something, right?
My guess is that the Michael Jordan Pogs are worth more than any other Pogs that are out there.
Right. That's probably fair, man.
Yeah.
You're right.
Did MJ approve those? It's interesting.
That's a good point.
Great point.
I thought he had a different licensing. Yeah, interesting.
What do you got there, MJ?
Yeah, these upper deck Pogs. This is sliding in as part of the cards. I don't know. I don't even remember them making the binder pages for Pogs like this, but what a great way to store them. That's how they stay crispy mint condition for 20 years.
That sounds like a good Pogcast.
Yeah.
On NBA Pogs.
That's good. I was going to say, should we everybody's into NFTs right now? We got the Top Shot Hot Boys, bunch of other things. Should we swerve and just start putting all our money into Pogs?
Pogs, guys.
Go the other way?
Nobody else is doing it.
Sure.
They zig, we zag. We're going full Pogs right now. Mike is actually here in the stream team right now. He says, those are WWF Pogs t-shirt. Mikey says, those are mine. I also had some Michael Jordan slammers I can't find. That's too bad. I guess they didn't fit in the sleeves quite as well because of the thickness for smashing the Pogs. At this point, I'm going to order a set of Michael Jordan Pogs. Pog shot hot boy. But I got to play at least one game at this point. Throw some slammers. I would imagine you can get a full set for probably less than you're paying to have them shipped to your house.
Yeah.
But I'll be excited to get some Pogs in. As for me, a random item from my childhood I'm glad that I still have. Mm-hmm. My mom mailed me this random bag of Skybox basketball cards not too long ago.
Okay.
I've been waiting for Leigh to ask me to open these cards with him. I haven't even opened the seal since my mom mailed this to me. I was like, okay, I know I didn't put these in a plastic bag. I don't think this is how cards were meant to be stored. Oh, look, but Leigh, like I said, I haven't opened these yet. I want these to be a surprise as well. The only players I know, you got a John Koncak on the front, guaranteed. You got a Phil Jackson. I saw some sliding. There's a Charles Barkley here. And on the back, we've got a Phoenix Suns checklist and a guy named Eric. I don't know who the Eric is. But we got a checklist, so that's bad news bears to start. But Leigh, whenever you're ready, just grab, a a little grip, and then we can go through these cards, popping bags, ripping bags, whatever you want to call it.
Well, what are we waiting for?
Jesus, you want to do it right now?
Like, why doesn't he unzip the bag and at least pull one tray? Don't show us, and let's have a quick game of guess this card.
All right. Quick game of guess this card. Hold on a second here.
Yeah. There you go. That's the least.
This guy, you know this guy.
Okay.
This guy, one of the greatest shooters in league history.
Glenn Rice.
No, nice one. He has multiple achievements in the same event. And he also holds a record.
Craig Hodges.
Craig Hodges.
Greg Hodges. Nice one. Pull the Hodges on the very first. You want one more?
Yeah.
One more?
Yes,
one more?
please.
Like a real This guy. You know this guy.
Okay.
You know this guy.
All right.
You're gonna see this guy tonight. You're gonna see him with your own two eyes tonight. Yes.
McMillan.
Wow!
Nice.
Yes.
Sonic State.
Yeah.
Come on, go for the hat trick. Go for the hat trick. Lee's on fire. Lee's on fire. Come on, one more. Final one.
Oh, okay. Oh, this one's different. You know this guy.
Okay.
High draft pick. Used to work with this guy. But
Dennis Scott.
Chris Webber it is. Chris Webber. This is, I guess, his year 2 card.
What
Just says
is
classic
that?
on
Yeah.
it. This is weird. That's
a weird card.
It doesn't have his jersey on it. It has obviously the uniform, but it doesn't say Warriors on it. Must have had some licensing issues right there. Wow, that's not bad. 3 random pulls: a Weber, a Hodges, and a Nate McMillan.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now you have to let us know, would you rather watch us film ourselves playing basketball and doing commentary on it here on the stream team, or just continuing to have Trey dip into this Ziploc bag that his mom sent him and guess a bunch of old players from the 90s? Now it's up
guys.
to you.
Gotta reseal it for now.
Keep them fresh. Oh, excellent. Okay. We so hold on. Who answered this? I can't remember. Trey answered it.
Yeah, hold on. I gotta sleeve these bad writers up real quick. Gotta protect them. You know?
Does anybody else have an answer? Tass or Leigh? Something from your childhood, I believe the question was, that you still have in favorite item.
Well, I mean, I've got tons of stuff that I had as a kid that Dickie kept in immaculate condition. And you guys remember the story how I used to get the USA Todays off my friend and I used to pay for them? Mm-hmm. Well, he even kept some of those, Dickie. And here's one from April 28, 1990. This is still at home, when I was in Australia 2 years ago, I dug this stuff out. I knew I was going to find some old hoop magazines and things like that. Was not expecting to still see actually USA Today newspapers though, but I found them.
This is in like immaculate condition.
Yeah, I know. I mean, what's this worth? You know,
what's this worth?
That's the paper it's printed on.
Yeah.
I do have one of the newspapers I do have as well had Michael Jordan's 69-point game against Cleveland on there as well. So
that's cool.
That's probably worth 10 cents anyway. You know, the others are worth 5 cents. But amazing that Dad still kept all those things. He didn't just get at some point go, all right, I'll keep the magazines, but the newspapers, they're gone. Kept them all. So thanks, Dad.
Did Dickie keep all of your other brother's stuff too? Like, how big a house do you live in?
Not that big, no. I mean, but the thing is with my dad, he was so well organized. Like, I remember one time, I can't remember exactly like when it was. I was talking to him on the phone, and he needed to find out something about a computer that he bought like 10 years ago. Within like 2 minutes, he had the receipt of that computer that he bought. It was like, I bought that from, and I was like, how do you keep that? How do you know where it is? Why do you keep it? And it was like, it came back in a folder and it had like the clip at the top and everything was just immaculately kept in there. So, incredible stuff. I didn't inherit that gene from Dickie.
Wow. You sort of did when it comes to like photos of you. I mean, you have a pretty good idea where all those are. You find those in like seconds.
Yeah, but if I buy something and I need to return it, I never, ever do I have the receipt. Even if I bought it yesterday, I'm like, nah, it's gone. Well, I have to either donate this now or just take the loss. Okay. So, but Dickie, amazingly well kept. And again, those posters and all that stuff, like, he didn't just put them in the shed that they could have gotten eaten by, like, ants and what have you. Like, they weren't subject to the conditions of the extremely hot summer and the freezing cold winter. They were kept in immaculate condition. So incredible stuff.
Yeah.
Shout out to
Wow,
Dick.
that USA Today looked like it could have been printed today.
Yeah.
It is pretty crazy that's 30 plus years old.
Yeah,
That's frickin'
yeah.
nuts.
Wow. Brandon in the stream team says Leigh needs to organize his pencils.
I've got them right here. I've got 'em right here.
See? Oh, you're going to give Dicky a heart attack showing him that.
I know. Look
At least
them
put him in a Ziploc bag like Trey's mom would with cards or something like that. Josh, anything from your childhood? Your favorite item? that you kept?
I still have a pair of gloves, hand warmers from my childhood. Right here.
You're funny, man.
I'm showing you on the stream team. I got a couple Muppets. One's a Test, one's a Skeets. I wasn't sure which one I was. There's you go.
Yeah.
Yes. You want one of these Skeets? I don't know if you have an answer for this
I'd
question.
put that
but
on
I
a
can
shelf
give you
for
one.
sure. Yeah, I could take my own. Or do you want me to take yours, or do you want to keep
it's up
mine?
to you.
I don't care.
Okay, I'll give you yours.
Okay. I like mine actually. It doesn't. I mean, yours
Look at
looks
your haircut.
yours looks more like you because it has the salt and pepper beard.
Mhm.
Whereas mine, you know,
Your
what are you showing me?
hairline.
Oh, my
your
hair.
hairline looks nuts.
It's like I'm looking like Davis Bertans haircut.
Yeah, shout out to Dan Levy who made these hashtag US maps. What was it called? US.
Untitled Sports Media. Something. It was
Awards.
USMAP is right.
Yeah.
USMAP is
USMAP,
definitely
yeah.
the acronym. I don't know exactly what it
Yeah.
stands
Did everybody that won get a puppet?
Nah.
Like, why did we get those?
I don't know because you look like Bert and I was the Ernie, I guess.
No, you look like.
Oh no, right.
Yeah, I'm Ernie.
I see. I'm looking at them on screen as I'm using them, and I don't know which one I'm talking with. I'm Bert. I'm Ernie. There we go.
There you go. There you go.
Yeah.
You mastered it. Now you're a ventriloquist.
Take me down to Sesame Street. Anyway,
Awesome.
gloves.
Cool items, guys. I wish I had something. I honestly had nothing for this. I've talked about this before. I just don't keep a lot of things. I don't think I have anything. I'm like really thinking. I guess I did have the odd jersey, but that's I don't even have a lot of those. Like I've talked about before. My first Nick Van Exel that disappeared. The Deion Sanders, Damon Stoudemire, had a Reggie. They're all gone. I don't know, man.
You're a man who likes to keep a clean house.
I
Get
guess.
it out of here.
Yeah, I mean, I respect Dickie. I don't like the idea of keeping all that stuff, but I respect the man or woman that is keeping it in order for sure. And he's got these in like Tupperwares, probably up in the attic or something. Hey, Leigh, in the basement, what do you got there?
Yeah, we've got the attic here. Yeah, and well, I keep stuff down in the lower level bedroom as well, which is piling up on my stuff. I'm like, I hope no one who stays here looks in there because there's all sorts of basketball shoes. There's way too many basketball shoes, and then there's posters from the 1980s of the NBA, and it's like, yeah, it could be a little bit weird for someone just to open that and go, what the hell is there a Michael Cooper poster in here for?
ask Deshaun and what was the other guy's name if they want some sneakers.
Jamal.
Oh, that's good. Yeah. What size were they? They looked about maybe. Well, you were a big sneaker. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm
Those
about
guys
a
weren't that
12.
tall.
Yeah.
And maybe he wants one of your old do-rags. It looked like he was wearing a do-rag.
You still have those, Leigh?
No, don't
they're
have the
long gone.
do-rag. No.
Left them in where were you again?
Barbados. Yeah. Is someone saying it's a skull cap what that guy was wearing? Is that? Yeah. So I don't know. Maybe I'll get one of those. One of those.
I'm gonna suggest you don't, but you're gonna do whatever you're gonna do.
You said you didn't have a lot in common. You get a skull cap and you have a lot in common. Yeah.
I mean, it's practical though right now with the hair. So
you need something to tame those locks.
Yeah.
Otherwise, they're gonna start. It's gonna start affecting your shot. Let's be honest here. It's gonna be a real Alfred Payton situation.
Nah, you're fine, mate. You're fine, mate. Steve Nash won 2 MVPs with hair exactly like that.
true.
It's just literally every time there's a break and play, you have to be putting your hair behind your ears nonstop, like he was.
Was it Sasha Vujacic? Yeah,
Vujacic.
he had the real thin one, didn't he?
Yeah,
the
soccer
head,
style. Yeah.
Maybe I need to get one of those.
I could see you rocking that. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, let's call it there. Fun beach stepping podcast. Saw some puppets. Saw some pogs. Saw some old cards. And saw a copy of USA Today from 1990.
Seriously, I'm going to look up what happened with Bologna in the Italian playoffs. As soon as this is done, I was like, how did this make the news in USA Today? Bologna advances to Italian playoffs.
Oh,
Yeah,
boy.
maybe, look,
Oh, boy. Here we go.
Maradona was at Napoli then, and that's when they were on top of the game. So maybe there was because I think Bologna's down that way where Napoli's from. So maybe there was a big rivalry. Maybe they upset Maradona's team.
All right, we'll have
to check it out.
Check the copy. Yes,
Yeah.
we'll have an answer for you on tomorrow's podcast, guys. Join us tomorrow, 10 a.m. Eastern, live on YouTube. Keep your questions coming for the Beach Steppin podcast. Email them in nodunks@theathletic.com. Tweet them in at @NoDunksInc. Thank you so much to the stream team, especially all of you that joined us for the second time today. Thank you. Make sure you like the video, comment under the video to defeat the algorithm, and subscribe to No Dunks on YouTube if you haven't already. And I should say, this Friday's podcast, the Drop Podcast, it is a 5-star Friday already. TK, it's already the first of the month, the first Friday of the month with June. Feels like we just did it for May, but we'll have another 5-star Friday on the Drop. Is that correct?
That's exactly right. Still enough time to get your reviews in now on Apple Podcasts. On Friday, we'll read the 5 best, doing a little scouting skeets. Some tough competition out there. Some great reviews from people already. So step your games up, peeps.
Can't wait. All right, guys. Enjoy the 4 games on tonight. Yes, action-packed schedule in the NBA. We're back tomorrow at 10 a.m. Eastern, live on YouTube to break it all down. And obviously it goes up in your podcast feed soon after that. Fun show. Clipper Bros.
You heard it here first. Have a great time. Turn up. Love you guys. Awesome.
Thanks for joining us, folks. Have a great day.
Brace the day, people.